Welcome to InterviewU, where your questions take center stage. You submit the questions, and we interview the professionals.
That's Marcus, and I'm Lily, and we're about to interview Joanna Ruth for you. I'm asking the questions from a client's perspective, while Marcus takes on the role of interviewer.
Today is all about emotional alignment coaching, as Joanna Ruth begins supporting the carnivore community as they aspire to reach their health goals.
So watch, listen, and learn all about Joanna Ruth and emotional alignment. What happens if I miss a session, or feel I need more support between sessions?
Well, that question really does relate to when you're in a coaching program. So you're set up to do a weekly session or a fortnightly session. If that occurs, which is quite rare with me, I tend to just do one session at a time on a needs basis. So the client presents with the need, we book the session. Of course, there's the 24-hour period of cancellation. So 24 hours before you need to cancel to be able to actually have your money refunded to you or to rebook. But other than that, it's really just the same as making an appointment or changing an appointment.
What's a piece of advice you give most often to your clients?
A piece of advice that I would give clients is find the truth. It's a very difficult thing to do in our lives today, to find the truth. It's also very difficult to hear the truth. But the more we practice looking for the truth, seeking for the truth, and feeling for the truth, I think we become much more ourselves, and we play the role of a particular thing less and less. We feel more natural when we find what is true for us. And emotional alignment really is a process of finding the inner truth and alignment that is true for the client.
What's the most common emotional misalignment you see in women like me, and how do you address it?
Well, it seems like everyone's problems are really different, but essentially it comes down to issues of belonging. It comes down to issues of autonomy. It comes down to feelings or believing that one is not enough in some way. And that makes my job a little bit easier, because most women who I mostly work with, who are middle-aged, have lived in a Western world, and they are all brought up inside that same societal convention. And the not enoughness is very, very prevalent, and the desire to belong, being compared or up against autonomy, is really a large issue.
Can you describe a coaching challenge you faced and how you adapted your approach to help the client?
The technique I use is called emotional alignment. So I am seeking where the client is more sensitive or having a more heightened emotion. And I recently had a client who everyone can actually watch her online as we published her session. A highly intelligent woman who had done a lot of therapy and could explain the trauma quite well from what she'd learned in those therapy sessions. What she was able to do with her intelligent mind is to not allow any of the emotion through. And she had been desensitized to the emotion as well. It took a long time to get closer to the emotion, and it took a little bit of a tweak of how I ran the session to be able to help her use her imagination to trigger her bodily sensations created by her subconscious when it's reminded of the situation, of the trauma situation. And so whichever way we've got to do it, we have to find out what has been programmed into the subconscious. That is the most important thing.
How do you help clients balance emotional alignment with the demands of family, career, and personal time?
Well, I think doing anything for yourself is very difficult when you have a lot on your plate with family, work, extended families and interests groups that you're part of. Perhaps it's just a perspective thing. Emotional alignment doesn't have to take up a lot of your time. It really requires you being ready and you being humbled to the process, which is really very simple. Most people think that therapy takes a long time. It takes a lot out of your wallet and it takes a lot out of your week. Emotional alignment is not like that. You could make an appointment by email or telephone and have your appointment, and within a 2-hour session have everything in regard to that problem resolved. And perhaps some other on-flow positive aspects as well.
I hope you've enjoyed our interviews, and thank you to everyone who's submitted questions so far.
If you've got fresh ideas, leave your questions and comments below, and we'll get to work on them.
Bye for now.
See you in our next set of interviews.
Hello, I'm Joanna Ruth, but you can call me Joanna. I've embraced a carnivore lifestyle increasingly for the past 10 years. Now honing my diet to include meat, seafood, eggs, butter and salt. No plants or dairy anymore for me. With 30 years of experience in education, teaching both adults and children, I've spent the last 20 years developing effective life coaching methods. I now focus on the mental environment as a crucial factor in our health, and I'm excited to share the method of emotional alignment with the carnivore community, another secret weapon to use for our well-being successes. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Please subscribe to the channel and email us if you'd like more information about life coaching. Here's a playlist for the entire series. Please like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. See you in the next video.